is the poster child for that, Norman Dunnigan, and I've known him for many years, back to my newspaper days, where Dumpster Depot was the first business, or one of the first businesses. And he has so many great ideas, and I can't wait for you to know him, find out about him, and love him like I do. So everyone, welcome Norman Dunnigan.
Dee, thank you for the opportunity to get in front of this group. If you don't mind, I'm not familiar with everyone in here. Raise your hand if you are an entrepreneur for me, just so I can kind of get an idea. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, boy, am I in the right room. Have you ever heard that phrase, I feel like I'm in the right room? So for me, starting off as an entrepreneur, I didn't have a room. I was young. No one in my family had been a business owner, and I had no one really to connect to. So I was talking to anyone around me, but the advice I was getting wasn't necessarily qualified advice, because everyone around me just wanted to protect me. So I would say, oh, I got this great business idea, this is what I think I should do. But I was talking to a guy who worked in a factory his whole life. So his vision of the world was way different than my vision of the world. What I was looking for was confirmation that I had a really good idea, and I never got it. So because of not having a good network, I had 3 failed businesses, one right after the other. And what I was thinking was, oh, that was a bad business idea. Let me go try a different business. And that one fell through. Oh, it's a bad business idea. Let me go try another business. But the reality was, I was blaming it on all the business strategies I was trying, when in reality, it was me. I was the reason I was failing. I had to learn from each of those business failures something. And I did. I took a lot of things out of it, a lot of pain, a lot of lack of confidence. So I was taking the wrong things out of the failures. So I went to work for corporate America, and I did that for 16 years. During that 16 years, though, I started meeting more business owners, more people who were entrepreneurs, and that really started to help me get a good network. And the network is something I think is one of your largest assets. If you told me today that I had to give up all of this accomplishment or give up my network, I would tell you, take it all away. Because with the network, it's all doable. You can do it all again. Before we really get started, I know you just actually got all seated, but if you don't mind, please stand up for me. I want you to shake your arms a little bit. I want you to wake up a little bit. I know it's early morning. I don't know if everybody's had their coffee. So do me a favor, Moose. You got a 100-year-old now, buddy? Oh, you're perfect. Do me a favor and look right under the front of your chair here. Just fill right underneath here. Everybody, there's some random. Hey. Some randomness. Everybody.
Hey, there it is.
Got one?
There's one over there.
You try to get them beside them. Oh, there you go. Boy, see, things we persevere. All right?
Did you check this one?
Everybody check your chairs because they're just random.
There's one.
There you go. There you go. If you end up with 2, share with your neighbors.
I apologize.
All right, what do we got? Everybody got $2 bill, yeah? You don't see many of those anymore, do you? I love a $2 bill. I love a $2 bill. Prettiest bill we got. So, what I've got here is a $100 bill. Who would trade me what you have for what I have? Why would you make a trade?
That's worth more than this.
It's worth more than that, right? So, why is that bill, or this bill, worth more than that bill? Think about that. It's the same height, same width, made out of the same paper, same ink.
We give it that worth.
We give it the worth.
We agree.
Right. So, as an entrepreneur, the lesson in this, first of all, is just sometimes if you get off your butt, you may make a couple of bucks, right? And then the second one is you and your product are worth what you say they are. And that was hard for me to learn at the beginning of my time. I felt like the only way I could get you interested in my product was one, to talk bad about my competitor, and two, to come in less than my competitor. And in reality, it works. But you can mess up an entire market that way. What you want to do is be confident in your worth, go in at an increased value from your competitor, and of course, never talk negatively about your competitor. That's the first sign of a salesperson with no skill that will go in and bash his competitor. What you should do is be so confident in your service that you talk about the attributes of your service and don't even mention your competitor. Your customers are going to find out about your competitor. Your job is to make sure that they think that your value is worth more than their value. And that's really important. And that's happened to me again in my career. So we started off, our first successful business was Dumpster Depot. And I started off cheaper than my competitor, which was a horrible way to start. Today in the marketplace, we are about 15% more than our competitor, but in our opinion, the value that we bring to the customer, the data that we supply our customers, is somewhere around 30% more than our largest competitor. So we really learned something there. Then success all the way throughout, where we have Whiskey Alley and the tap room. At Whiskey Alley, we sell an ounce of liquor on the menu for $1,200 for a 2-ounce pour. And when we opened Whiskey Alley, I was told there's no way anyone around here will pay that for alcohol. But you know what? We've been open 3 years, and it happens. It doesn't happen every day, but the fact is we let the check writer tell us what they're willing to spend. And in so many cases, does that not happen to you, where when you go in, you already have a preconceived notion in your mind of what that customer is willing to pay? How could you possibly know? Because you, as in the cyber field, you don't know what their problems are. You don't know what their risks are. But the solution you have may save them hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in their mind, they know you have a solution, and what are they willing to pay for it? So another thing I wanted to talk about was, since we're in the cyber building, is the importance of data in today's business. And data collection is taking place all around us. Whether we like it or not, it's happening. And honestly, I love it because of the customer experience that it gives our customers and the technology that is there that allows us to give information to people who invest in us. We have a new product that just hit the streets in Augusta called Freeloader.
Yeah.
Is everyone familiar with Freeloader? Who's used Freeloader so far? You've used it. Thank you so much. So Freeloader is a free service to the end user. And I'm in a program called Strategic Coach, where we have all these projects we have to do. One of them is we had to write a book. So 2 of you will walk out with a book that we recently published. And another one is we had to come up with a free company. And I tell you guys, that if you want to really challenge your mind, think of the free. Because in mine, free plus free still equals free, so how am I going to pay the bills, right? Well, Freeloader is my free service that we are making money with. Not only that, we are doing a great service. It's my opinion that entrepreneurs are the real solution providers to any small problem. Big problems take government, it takes institutions. But our parking issue downtown Augusta has been debated for how many years? And they still don't have the correct solution. But with Freeloader, you simply text Freeloader to 555-888, and you put in where you want to go downtown and where you are, and Freeloader comes by, scoops you up, delivers you to your destination, and all we ask in return is you tip the driver. And that is a viable business model. It's viable because of it's a shared cost by small businesses who want to support and participate with Freeloader. But Freeloader is a completely data-driven system. So for me, my goal today in this room is to have your contact information before we leave. So if you notice, I'm wearing a shirt that says, text or call me. It's got my telephone number. I'm going to leave some leave behind cards for you to fill out. And on the leave behind card, I'm simply asking you to connect with me by leaving me your telephone, your name, and your email address. And Freeloader, we get to capture your telephone number when you call. If you download the app, of course, anyone who does app development knows how much information we get together from you there. And fully implemented, Freeloader has AI in the vehicle. So that what we're able to do is share with our customers who are investing in us how many people rode the vehicle, where those people stopped, and how many times they use us each month. So all of this data collection benefits not only us, but it benefits the people who are investing in Freeloader. One company we have, and the one I think I'm probably most excited about, is the Alley Downtown Tap Room. We've been open this is our third year. Our anniversary is coming up at the end of this month. But once it gets implemented in Augusta, it's called Draft Society. Draft Society will be at the corner of Broad Street and James Brown. But in this business, when you come up to check in, you hand us your driver's license and a credit card. So we scan your driver's license to make sure that you're 21. But also on there, we pick up your home address, your age, what you weigh, male or female. You see all the data collection? See, if today, if you're in a small business and you're not collecting data and your competitor is, I'm telling you, you're on a very slow decline. Because your competitor is going to be able to create a customer experience you simply can't compete with. With the data we collect in the tap room, we know your favorite beer, we know your favorite style of beer, we know your favorite brewery. So when we get in all the information from the brewery of what's coming, we get to share with our customers that your favorite beer is coming in this season. Or if you like this, you're going to love this brand. But do you see the way that we're using data to make a better customer experience? So if you're an entrepreneur, be thinking of that. I think you've got to think of business in three ways. You've got to think of the before unit, the during unit, and the after unit. Those are three completely different experiences for people when they're thinking of giving a customer experience to a new customer. So we've got all these different businesses, all these different ways of going to market, but each one, a team, is solely focused on making sure that the customer has the best experience while that they're experiencing us or our brands. And I mentioned teams because right now, how many here own one business? How many own two? Multiple, 3, 4? Perfect. So our team is at 11 successful businesses right now. This is after 3 failed. So we understand that teams are everything. Not one person can do everything, but teams can do a lot. And we know this. This is nothing new. But I wanted to just leave you with the thought of time management. How many of you have a great morning routine? Do you feel like you do the same thing every morning? In my opinion, the morning routine is the secret to success. I used to spend my life hopping out of bed after getting a snooze clock a couple of times, and then getting into the market and not really even being prepared or planned. Today, after years of abusing my body, abusing my time, and really abusing my family because of not being organized, I now start every day with something I call 3 for me. So the first 3 hours of every day are just for me. And it starts off my morning routine, and it is stringent. So what I've got is, if you contact us, I'll give you a tool that I call our morning success tool. And also, if you reach out, I'll make sure that you get the new book that we have. It's called Goal Plus Planner. And in it is the secrets to what we feel has taken us from being able to only run one company to running as many as we want to continue to add. But it all starts with your morning routine, and then it starts by great goal setting, which we call Norm's Goals. And it's our way of just a thinking tool to creating great goals. And then a daily ritual that we feel like puts you on a course to success. So this is kind of just the touching points I want to touch on today. The last one is what I don't know if you think about, but what is the lifetime value of a customer for you? Have any of you considered that? I'm in a great coaching program where I just got this in the mail. So I'm going to pass this around, but basically, literally, it is a calling card. It's somebody putting a video or a speech on this and sending it out in the mail. How much do you think this cost today? $23. $23. Is it worth $23 for you to get your message in front of a potential client? And if you do this target, the returns could be amazing. Who opens an email before? So I've got an assistant, which is down in the back of the room. She's amazing. Thank God for her. But I haven't opened an email in I don't know how long. And how many would you pass over if you still do look at your email? But this is something that's leading edge, in my opinion, cutting edge, and I believe this is a great way to reach out and touch a customer. I'm going to pass it around while I'm answering some questions for you guys. But knowing the lifetime value of a customer allows you to know how much you can spend to acquire a customer. And shockingly, at Whiskey Alley, we can spend up to $200 to get a person to come into the restaurant, and we would still get 100x response from that customer. Same thing with Dumpster Depot, right at $200 to acquire a new customer, because we just don't lose them once we get them. So, has any of this been thought provoking? Does anyone have any questions? Please.
2 questions. The first is, where is the book available for purchase?
So it's on Amazon, but also it's goalpostjournal.com. I'm going to hand out some of these. It's on here. And it's free if you go to our website. It's $17.76 if you get it off of Amazon. $17.76. Get it?
Nice.
Well, let's do it again. Again, just it's a way to contact me. Thank you, sir.
So I'm curious, how many rides are you doing on average freeloader right now?
That's a great question. So we started this in Aiken a little over a year ago, and we're up to about 400 rides a week in Aiken. We've been here for less than 2 months, and we're already exceeding that number. So it's been very well received. But also, again, think about it, guys. As entrepreneurs, I now have 400 contacts that I didn't have before. And that's what Freeloader really started out at, is just how can I collect data for all the other businesses that we have. And this is the thing, if I get your telephone number and I solicit you, and it is of a very low value to you, you're going to hit stop. You're just not going to let us market to you anymore. So what we do is make sure that the offers we send out are so compelling that you want to keep that number in your phone. Because in my opinion, I don't see my phone here, but yeah, here we go. Your phone is the gateway to you. And so there are so many businesses that have figured this out already. Thank you, that's a great question. Yes?
My second question was concerning the data. Is there, in your opinion, is there a point where you can have too much data, it becomes dangerous because you begin to almost misuse it or misconstrue it and focus too hard on one avenue instead of keeping your eyes open? Can it cause competition?
That's a very good question. So I can tell you that the first time I even had this thought was in Strategic Coach about 6 years ago. And my coach said, if you're not collecting data, you're on a slow fade to going out of business. And I didn't even know what that meant. So it has taken years to develop, first of all, what data to collect, why collect the data, and what to do with the data. But you're right. So if we put cameras in our trucks at Dumpster Depot at one point, and we thought, well, this will be great because we can tell how good our drivers are driving. But the fact is, you quickly can have more data than you can process. I mean, super fast. So we hired a code writer that works for us who is starting to build out reports that we can pull information that we think is important. And there's a lot of data you collect that you don't know what to do with it, but it's always your data. It's an asset. You have collected it. But what we've decided to do is use the data to create a better customer experience for our customers. So we divide people up into groups. So obviously, if we're bringing in your information from the tap room, then that is a group. So we wouldn't necessarily send someone in the tap room an event on recycling that we would for Dumpster Depot. But a perfect example is we up at Aiken, we have something called Empty Alley. So every Thursday night is free entertainment in the alley. So what we do is we send out a text message to everyone in our group from Dumpster Depot, from Whiskey Alley, and from the tap room, all with a great offer. It could be, what's something that we sent out recently?
I want to trade more food for the Whiskey Alley.
So a $20 value, buy an entree, get an entree free. So you as a consumer see that as a big value. So number one, you use it, and two, you feel like that you're one of the family. I mean, we're treating you like family. So when you own a restaurant, you got to keep people recurring, coming in the door over and over again. Because the competition is huge. How many restaurants can you choose to go see in a week? You may only go out once or twice. And what's going to make you choose me over someone else? So the compelling offer has to be so good that you're going to come to us. And you might think, well, God, you're not making any money that way. But the fact is, I give you one, you are likely to come back 8 or 10 times off of the one. So, and we have enough companies we can spread it around. So it could be the tap room next, where we basically, so we're working on an idea of the best birthday ever, where literally for the month of your birthday, you get to drink for free at the tap room. Now, are you going to come by yourself and just get silly drunk? Probably not. Maybe. There's a percentage of people that are just going to come in and just get silly drunk every night. But even then, right? Thank God, human physics says that, well, that's going to have something now for you after your hangover so bad you won't drink again, right? But our hopes are that you come in and you bring a group of your buddies and you're drinking for free. But the cool thing about it is, not only does that guy get to enjoy it, all of his buddies know he's drinking for free on the bar, but it gives a positive light for everyone involved. So don't be afraid to give away something to create a feeling. Because it's said that people forget the way you make them feel. I'm sorry, what you do to them, but they never forget the way that you make them feel. So our experience is we just do that. At Whiskey Alley, when you call in for dinner and if you say, hey, I want to make a reservation, it's my birthday. So what we do is we make a quick video where I just simply say, gosh, we're thrilled you chose us for your birthday. Come on in. When you get here, I got a gift waiting for you. And the chef is going to prepare something off menu. So you get this in a text message. So already you're excited to come to Whiskey Alley. You bring your friends, you all come up, and then while you're eating, the chef comes in and says, hey, I made something off menu for you. Happy birthday. And then Moose drops off their gift. And the gift are 2 rock glasses that have Whiskey Alley on them they get to take home. So it's about creating feelings for people. So the data's collected. What we think is to create an experience that you just won't forget. Can I answer your question? No. Ask me a different way so I get it right.
Can you collect too much data and focus too hard on it that you become blind to what matters? So I'll give you an example. For instance, I'm in sales.
Right.
And some of the data that my company gives to me is that I should be creating 30 points of communication per day, and I should be creating 5 opportunities for new sales per day.
Right.
And that's what the data has told my company that I should be doing as a sales rep.
Okay.
But in reality, there's 24 hours in a day. That is impossible to do.
Yeah.
But that's what the data says, and so that's the KPIs that I'm now measured on. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at is
I know
there...
exactly. So I was a salesperson for a corporation. I know exactly what you mean now. I'm sorry, I totally went down a different path. You should not be collecting data for data's sake. Just because they think that's a successful ratio, again, you work for them, you have to do what they say. But I can tell you that for my salespeople, we have a scorecard. And I don't care how they get to the goal is the goal. And we give them tools, we give them CRMs, we give them the data, but it's a salesperson's responsibility to get those key performance measures. I love data, I love collecting it. I'm not going to say that it is the end all and be all, but I want the data. Your employer wants you to do this because if you leave, they have a CRM where they can go right back to pick up your customer. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. But the fact is, what really matters is performance. And what really matters is at the end of the month, are you hitting the goals that you want to hit? And I would tell you, if I were your boss and you were hitting those goals, I would not be micromanaged. That's just me as an entrepreneur. Bureaucracies get bigger and they expect more of this from their employees.
Something to be cautious about.
I'm going to interrupt. So, we have a few things I want to get to, but most of all, first, thank you.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
you come here today. But I want to tell you a little bit about what the Mug Club means here in Augusta. We often say it's all about getting the mug, it's all about the swag, the sticker, whatever you happen to get. But the Mug Club is particularly near and dear to the hearts of everybody on the One Million Cups Committee, because what this really represents, if you look nationwide and even in the state of Georgia, on average, every entrepreneur creates 5 jobs in their first year of operation. And so our goal this year is to have 100 entrepreneurs present in this group, and our goal is to try to use this group and use this Mug Club to create 500 jobs in the community. And so by taking this mug, you're joining a group of people that's creating 500 jobs in the Augusta area, and we thank you for that. And really what we want to do to basically leave on the question of how can we as a community help you so that we can all achieve that goal together.
Well, thank you so much. So the newest venture in Augusta is Freeloader. And this is the solution to the parking issue downtown. Our goal is to have 10 freeloaders running by the end of the year. We have not had the reception we thought we would of small businesses investing in Freeloader. When I did this in Aiken, I sold out 2 cars in 10 days. We've been here for 2 months and we've sold 2 ads on the vehicle. So we need people, if you have a connection, if you go to a restaurant talk up freeloader to management. If you know someone willing to invest in freeloader, we really do need that investment to make sure that this continues on. We have sold out the vehicle for the week of the Masters. Right? I mean, they get it. So if it's that easy for the week of the Masters, I would think that small businesses downtown would understand that the community money going into this can make a big difference, but also small businesses just simply thinking of it as advertising or marketing would help us as well. But freeloader needs your help. First of all, use it. Second, talk about it. And third, make it part of your sales pitch so that we continue to grow this thriving business downtown Augusta. That's probably